today we're cleaning a bird poop infested bedroom. And I wasn't all alone. I was there with the girls from RTL News in the Netherlands. It's a news outlet, but I'll show you that later. First, I got started by myself. I didn't know where to start. So instead of clearing the whole space all at once, I just decided to start in this corner, get that all cleaned up, and then move on to the next section. The house owner gave me this very handy broom that I could use to clean it up. Made it much easier than a vacuum. And I saw a lot of spiders, so here I was really scared to turn over that shoe. There were like fat black spiders, not like the thin ones. There was some bird poop on the closet. I got it off pretty easily with some all-purpose cleaner. And then the girls arrived. So we did a little interview for their TikTok. It's on RTL News and on the website. So I was just yapping away. We had a lot of fun shooting the content, but they also never seen a room in this state, so they were a little shocked. Also, 30 minutes into the interview, I forgot to record anything for myself. So I was like, oh, oops. I was so busy talking to them and making content for them that I was like, oh, wait, I'm also here for my own content. So that whole corner of the room I didn't film. But anyway, it's fine. This video is still 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I can never get a video for like less than 2 minutes. I always have too much to talk about, too much to show. I could never cut it down more. I don't know what it is. My friends are always like, why do you make such long videos? I'm like, I don't know. I try to like cut it down, but I can't. And maybe I just don't want to. So at this point, the girls already left again, and I was all by myself. I'm going to be honest, when they left, we didn't do that much with the three of us. Also because it's just such a small space. It was so cluttered. You know, and you're talking so much that it's hard to multitask because you're thinking about what you want to say on video and then you have to clean at the same time. It's harder than it looks. So when they said, okay, we're going to leave, I was like, I want to go with you guys. Because sometimes at the beginning of a clean, you just see very little progress and it works demotivating. You think, I'm never going to finish this room. It's not going to look satisfying on camera, blah, blah, blah. But you have to just power through it. I found a suitcase in the middle of the room. I put it on top of her closet and it created so much space in the room. I could finally like move stuff into different places and walk around. This day, I remember I was also very in my head. Like sometimes you plan these cleans like a month in advance. And then when the day actually comes, you're like, oh, today I don't feel that in the moment to like clean for a full day. You know what I mean? Like you're busy with your other work because I still have 2 jobs next to this. And you're just not in the right headspace to clean. But then at the end of the day, I noticed that it actually worked a little therapeutic for me too, because I had to be in the moment and I had to let go of my other job and my other thoughts and, you know, be present and clean. So then it actually does work. But in the beginning of a clean, I can be very consumed by my other work and things in my life that you're like, why am I doing this for free today? I need to go home, get my other things in order so that I can release that stress. But, you know, you're here and you got to commit. And like here, these things I found on the floor on the other side of the room. And I was like, oh, let me put some cute stuff there for her. So then I get excited. But I think that's a universal experience, right? I'm like, look, this is so satisfying. Also to share a little bit more about the background of this room. So the house owner has a bird and the bird flies around freely in her room. And that's why you see all the dust, all the little feathers, all the food, and also the poop. So I got into contact with this house owner because of Jacqueline. Her name is Colleen Cleans on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And she cleaned here, I think 3 years ago in the kitchen of the house owner. And she lives close to me, the house owner. So that's why Colleen reached out to me and said, hey, like her bedroom still needs to be done. Are you interested? And I said, yeah, of course. Oh, here I did a little fit check with my gas mask, gloves falling out of my pocket. I always see those fit check videos here on TikTok. They're holding up their shoe and they're like, I'm wearing Balenciaga heels. Like I'm wearing these sneakers. Never wear sneakers. That's a fun fact about me. I never, ever, 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 ever wear sneakers. Except for when I have to clean because I want to be comfortable. But I don't own a pair of sneakers. Shocking. All right, this is the final result. Look at that difference. Do you remember what it looked like in the beginning? Finally, you can move around freely in the bedroom. The house owner was so incredibly happy with the end result. She gave me some chocolates. Bye!